Hello Stairway to the Stars families, I am Missy and this is Allie, and this video is going to be a tutorial about makeup for pictures in the recital. So you should have already received this document or it's available on our website, and the makeup we're going to use today involves these products, which are all CoverGirl, and they are all able to be purchased at our Washington Walmart. And then I've just chosen foundation and powder and such that matches her skin tone. When we normally do Allie's makeup, we would have her lie down on the floor and use one of those rounded neck pillows, or we have her I sit crisscross applesauce and she puts her head in my lap. But for the purpose of doing the video, we're gonna use this chair where then she'll be able to tip her head back, because the less that they have to move their head around, the better. So if they can lie back or lie on the floor, it's a game changer. It makes doing the makeup so much easier. And you'll see how I'm able to kind of successfully even get mascara on her without a bunch of fuss. So we are going to get started, and then the next video will be of us doing her hair. We always do makeup first because then she can lie down and she doesn't have her bun in the way. So we use a CoverGirl foundation, and we just use one of the cream foundations. You can use the liquid ones in the bottle as well. I just find this has a little bit better coverage, lasts for longer on like a recital or a competition day. Just choose something good for their skin tone. And you know, it really isn't, with little kids, it really isn't so much about covering something up, as it just is about giving a good base for your other makeup to adhere to so that it lasts for the whole day. And you're also just trying to even things out so that you can make the focus be on their eyes, their lips, and their cheeks. So dance makeup isn't up close necessarily what you would do on your little one. Most littles don't wear makeup anyway. But dance makeup is supposed to be to highlight so that you can see them on the stage. Because otherwise, if you put these little tiny people with these little tiny faces up on the stage under 50,000 watts of lights, they just kind of disappear. So you may look at these colors and think, oh my gosh, that lips is too dark. I would never wear that lipstick. And that isn't what this is about. This is about making them the most visible as possible on the stage. So Allie does have cute little freckles, and we're not trying to hide those, but it does just kind of blend them in. And I even go over the eyes because that gives you a nice base for your eyes shadow to stick to, and I do just make a swipe over the lips too. And it seems to make our lipstick last a little bit longer. So there she has a nice base. Then we do a little bit of, we use Revlon blurring powder, and it just goes on nice and kind of further evens everything out and kind of sets that. Then I typically do blush next, because then you kind of have that base done. I use an angled brush, and then I'm using the blush from our page, and you just start at that cheekbone and go up towards the hairline. But you want to do a nice bit of blush, because you want to be able to see those cheeks when they get onto the stage. This would probably be the piece that over the course of the day of a recital needs some touch-ups. Okay, so then we have our nice blush. Then I typically do the lips. This is a long-wearing lipstick, so you want to put this on and then you want to let it dry. I sometimes see people putting this on and then right away putting on the clear part that goes over it. You don't want to do that. You want to put this on and you want to let this dry. So I put this on and then finish up the rest of the makeup, and then we go over it with the clear. So I take this little wand and I just start and I make this little V right here. So we go down and then we go down. And you want to do sort of like the least amount of sort of messing around with this as possible. And then I just go to the side here. fill in a little bit as I go. Maybe get a little bit more. And then I'm kind of going down here and I'm filling in just a little bit. And then I'm going to do that bottom lip. And I'm just trying to get really like a really nice outline. And doing it from this way, especially if they're lying down, really makes it easier than if you're facing them. Fill in a little bit, and then I just have Allie pucker her lips together a little bit. Yep, not too much because you don't want to mess up. I didn't do the greatest V right here under her nose, but it's not bad. And then she's kind of puckered, and then we just let those sit. And we're gonna let those dry up. The next thing that I do is I do eyeliner, and I do it under my eyeshadow because I do fairly thick eyeliner for a dancer, and then putting a little bit of a medium colored eyeshadow over the top of it kind of smooths that out. It makes it not look so sharp. So she's gonna close those eyes. And once again, I'm kind of going from behind her because if she was lying down, that would be easy. And then I'm just gonna go corner to corner of her eye. And as you notice, I'm making little feathery swipes. And I do kind of go past. So I'm getting out into that crease of the eye out there. So I'm just swiping along and kind of trying to fill in. And then I'm going to do the other side. And yeah, you don't need to draw a straight line. You can just make these feathery little swipes because this is not an exact science. Then you kind of go out. Then we sometimes will do bottom, but we don't always. Then I take an angled thin little brush and I go over the top of that eyeshadow, and that kind of smooths it out and that drags it out a little bit more too off to the side there. And then I go here. And you do not have to do the bottom. She's usually pretty cooperative about it, but she doesn't love it. So we don't always do that. Then we do our 4 colors of CoverGirl eyeshadow. But for dance purposes, we're not using this color. We're just gonna do the 3 grays. So I take a little bit bigger of I don't use the brushes that come in here. This is just a set of brushes from Amazon. And I'm gonna take this color right here, this little bit more of a medium gray, and I'm gonna put that on this whole eyelid. Basically from the eyeliner that you did all the way up to those eyebrows. And I'm just gonna fill that whole area in. And then the other eye. And then it doesn't cover up that eyeshadow, but it does, or the eyeliner, but it does just kind of blend it in really nice. And then if you feel like you need a little bit darker of eyeliner, then I would just make some of those feathery strokes back over the top of it again. Then I'm gonna take a little bit smaller of a brush, and then I'm gonna do this light color. And I'm gonna do that up here at this brow line. Just to lighten that up and make that area look bigger. Then I take a small-ish brush, and that's when I'm gonna do this dark. So I take the dark, and I basically just go in this crease of the eye. So I go here, and then I go in, not all the way in, just kind of from this outside, right where like their little eye socket is. And I go up, so I'm just filling in this crack.
You're telling them all your secrets.
I am telling them all my secrets. Then I do this side. Just from the corner, and you're just working in, you're not going all the way, and there's obviously more of it out here on the outside than there is on the inside. And then honestly, close. I just give it a little swipe with my finger, and then I have really nice eyes. Then with eyes closed, we do mascara, because if you do it with eyes closed, then they're not blinking and freaking out. I can perfectly see her lashes right here. I can get a fair amount of mascara on it, but it's because I'm doing it from this angle, because I'm not doing it. If you do it in front of them, it's a lot harder. So when she's lying here like this, and we're just using Lash Sensational, the Luscious by Maybelline, and I just catch catch those lashes. And then she hasn't freaked out, she hasn't had to blink a bunch, she hasn't had to do anything, and she still has good lashes. Then, we're done, except for the lips. And so then we just go over the lips, because they're dry now, with this clear, which sets that lipstick in and makes it so it doesn't feel so dry. And then she is ready. She is makeup ready, and we only spent a few minutes and nobody cried. Thanks for watching.